Hi guys, so this is my attempt at trying to do a video for our virtual advising session this fall. You partially also going to be my guinea pigs on trying to find or figure out a new software for me. So in preparation for our virtual advising, I wanted to give you some instructions, and the first thing I want to point out that make sure that you sign up for our advising sessions through the Google Doc that I've provided to you. Some of you have already signed up, and I am planning on keeping my advising sessions for this week. So as you can see, I have a couple people on Thursday, one person on Friday, and one person actually tomorrow. I've obviously also extended the advising and I gave you more options. So please sign up. I will resend the link in case you've lost it, but it's under Google Docs. So that's the first thing that I wanted to talk about. If you cannot keep your appointments that you signed up for, please take your name off and send me a short email that you've either changed or deleted your appointment. Okay, so here are the specific instructions. 24 hours before your advising appointment, which we will hold through Google Meets, and I will send you the link to your advising appointment, but we will conduct our sessions through Google Meets. But 24 hours before our session, I want you to send me your registration plan. So most of you are familiar with this. It is this form right here that I need you to fill out. Sorry, it's wrong way. I need to probably turn it for the next recording of this particular session. But anyhow, the registration planning form needs to be filled out. In order to do that, obviously, what you need to do is run a degree evaluation, and with that degree evaluation, also take a look at your transcript. Now, unlike in previous sessions, advising sessions, I do not need a copy of your degree evaluation or your transcript. I will have looked at those before our meeting or my meeting with you, but you need to make sure on your own that you fulfilled all your requirements with respect to your major. So again, I do not need a copy of your degree evaluation or your transcript. However, I do need a copy of this registration planning form that's in front of you, completed by you, with the classes you plan on taking for the fall semester. Email me this registration planning form 24 hours in advance before your scheduled Google Meets session, so that I can take a look at it and I can kind of verify that those are actually the classes that you need. As you know, I like to use the Luder, what I call the Luder checklist with respect to which classes you should be taking. I know not everybody uses it. I actually think that some faculty members don't even know it exists anymore. But I like to use this in addition to your degree evaluation. There's a couple things I want to point out, specifically for those of you that may only be juniors. First of all, Accounting 303, Cost Managerial Accounting, is now only offered in the spring. Accounting 401, Taxation, is now only offered in the fall. Accounting 406, the case studies or your capstone course, will only be offered in the spring. So these are important changes that you need to take into consideration when you take a look at which classes you'll be taking in the fall and in the spring. I will send you this form in case you don't have it, so you can kind of make check marks and check things off, which classes you've completed and which ones you still need. Another nice piece of information to have is this information right here, and again I will also send this to you. So again, if you take a look at accounting, these are your required accounting classes. No problems with intermediate 1 and 2 being both offered in the fall and spring, but cost accounting, as I just mentioned, in the spring only. Taxation, accounting 404, fall only. And then your case study one in the spring only. So this is again the same thing that I've just told you a minute ago. There's another form, and back page of this form is the accounting elective. So I also want to point that out because there's also some changes on here. So a lot of you are taking accounting 402. This is only offered in the spring. Obviously my volunteer income tax assistance course is only offered in the spring. And then government and nonprofit accounting, accounting 451, is now only offered in the fall semester. So pay close attention to this because you need to plan your classes ahead. So if you're only a junior, take that into consideration when you're planning your senior level classes. Okay, a couple other things that I want to point out, and again, it's the easiest way is to take a look at this checklist right here. Remember that for your accounting major, if you're planning on taking the CPA exam, you will need 24 credit hours in accounting beyond Principles 1 and Principles 2. So if you take a look and you count these classes, including the one elective, you end up with 7. So sorry, it's not working really easily right here. Let me take this pointer here. Did I grab it? No, I didn't. Sorry. But anyhow, if you count accounting 301, 302, 304, all the way down, including the elective, that does not give you the 24 credit hours because you only have 7 classes. However, what a lot of you don't recall, even though I think I've told most of you this, is that Business 370 in Virginia actually counts as an accounting class. So in Virginia, this class plus the accounting classes down here give you the 8 required classes. So you do not need to take an additional elective unless you obviously have room, in which case I would encourage you to do this. Okay, so for those of you that are interested in the Masters of Financial Analysis, the MFNA, and if you're planning on applying for the fall 2021, you also need to take Finance 324 Principles of Investment. For students that are applying for the fall 2020, this was a recommended course, but now for the students that are applying for 2021, this is going to be a required course. Okay, so just to sum it up, sign up for your advising sessions versus Google Doc. Make sure that you've run your degree evaluation. Make sure you filled out your registration planning form. Make sure you email me the registration planning form 24 hours before your appointment. Keep an eye out for the Google Meets invitation. And finally, make sure that if you're planning on entering the Masters of Financial Analysis, that you've somehow in your planning for classes incorporated Finance 324. I think that's it. Again, I'm obviously available via email, but I wanted to try out this new technology, so I'm sending you this video, and if you have any feedback, let me know. Have a great afternoon. I will talk to you soon.